concerns and futures. I want to go on vacation. Well, if my travel agent ain't going to help me I got to figure it out. But, and that's perhaps what we're doing here in one sense is offering people distinctions so they could be empowered to go solve whatever doesn't work in their life, whatever they might call a problem, whatever goals they have. But it's all available. I'm going to go back to it's all available. You brought up race, and I want to just address the race thing. I've been, by the way, one of the things I also do is that I like doing comedy, so I'll do a little stand up here and then. And I like working on. I don't even call myself a comic. I get on stage and I say, listen, I'm not the guy that's funny here. I'm a funny guy, distinct from the comedians. Like these guys are clowns, these guys are jokers, these guys do great stuff. Me, I'm like the dad in the room who'll say the funny thing. If we were at the PTA meeting, I'd kill it. I'd be the comic at the PTA. So, but I do, and been fleshing this out where I've never, Black, Hispanic. I've seen all sides of racism, from the Black side, from the Hispanic side, from the immigrants. I do this one thing. Look, at a young age, I was mid-20s. I was held at gunpoint by 5 cops because I was jogging. And I didn't even think of it as race. I was like, that was just a coincidence, But I don't think it was race. I just think it was a coincidence. It's like that just happened to be the guy that was jogging and whatever. No, but anyway, so I try to say that we have to get past the conversation about race, the actions that create race, from color, to gender, religion. Those are factors, not in denial about it. Yep. But I could take somebody to the Congo, just like I could take you to a Latin American country, just like I could take you to an Asian country. Currently, I could take you to a Slavic area, and you will see crime, violence, and hate. Right? So one of the and there's a joke for anybody that's listening, but there's some truth to it. It's like, I don't want to hear anybody tell me about black on black crime in Chicago anymore, because white on white crime is no joke. You guys break out the tanks. You guys like bombing hospitals and kids. I mean, that's some crazy shit. Don't tell me about. Yeah. Right. So it does prove something, though. It does show something that you have a white skinned group of people doing violence on another white skinned group of people. So I assert that though that is a factor for some people, what's underneath it is, you brought up the word earlier, ignorance, education, stupidity, hate, emotions that have never been addressed. For all I know, these people just haven't been hugged as kids. Who knows? It's just, but at the end of the day, there's and I personally know, I think of one in particular, I know a couple, but one particular friend, and what had him convert, but really shift eventually, I'm telling you a very short version. He was in prison. He was in solitary confinement. And he said, man, it took a while, but when I finally just had to listening to me, with me and only me, and realize that it was me, and, oh shit, there really is nobody in here. Oh, what am I going to, wait, who, where do these stories come from? Wait a minute, what? Wait. I mean, he found God, right? Or whoever he needed to find. Whatever conversation you need to be a person of, I'm going to say faith, I'm going to say decent person. That way it covers everybody's landscape, right? A decent, good human being that's actually a person empowering people versus a person who is promoting hate, anger, physically hating, which that's a whole different line. Legislative hating, which happens all the time with laws. That takes something. Bringing it back to veterans, the military. I am so clear that anybody that's willing to join the military is committed to making a difference, no matter how they got there, to escape, to not escape, career, choice, legacy, family. They want to do it. Whatever the impetus is to put yourself in a situation where you're now at service for a country, man, you got a big heart. I have to get some clutter out of the way.
Yeah.
But you want to make a difference. I'm clear you want to make a difference. No difference than the person who is now even perhaps homeless, resigned. They hate the world, America. They're resigned because somewhere on the line, that person wanted to make such a big difference. And when they tried to do it, smash, they couldn't do it. And they gave up. They gave up on generating and learning, maybe just reading for quite frankly. These days, listening to a podcast, hearing somebody, a mentor, somebody somewhere where they were able to get a grip on themselves and their thoughts. Because we get hijacked. I get hijacked. Look, I'm hijacked into doing this. So I could say it that way, but I'm riding my ship, and this is what I want to do with my life. I love it. And if I died tomorrow, I want to die knowing that I added conversations to this thing called life where people go up, not down. That's all. Very simple. If you look at all my work, it's always been that for the most part. I know you guys have an interest in that. So there's a code that we could help crack here. And I know you brought up FICO score, and you brought up racism, and I said, wow, what a leap from racism to FICO score. But the thread is still all the same. Are you willing to be self-empowered? Are you willing to let go of what you think is truth and consider another possible truth until you find the truth that has you be in action, like Russell was saying, making a difference, versus, life goes like this, man. Do you really want to spend it bitching and moaning and complaining and hemming and hawing and, oh, he's got a yacht and I don't. Honestly, do you really want a yacht? You know what kind of pain it is to have a boat anyway? Rent a boat. Go on your friend's boat. But yeah, if you want a yacht, go for it, But there's no conspiracy out there trying to say, I'm sorry, you can't be successful.
So if I can